Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth with World's Cup of Joe, Awaken Your Soul. I wanted to do a very quick video on twin flame obsession, addiction, so that someone who is struggling and doesn't really know what a twin flame is can just sort of hear someone else's perspective of what this addiction feels like, so they know if they can relate. So I had mentioned before in other videos that I immediately, when I met my person, felt an addictive energy. Immediately. I hadn't even met them in person. I hadn't talked to them on the phone, and we had met on a social media platform. And as soon as I met him, I was going in and almost like stalking his post. And that was not like me. I had been on this social media platform for a few years and I'd never responded to anybody. I really just went on just to keep up with the news and politics at the time. And then I saw his post and it was over. I didn't even know what he properly looked like because his profile picture was literally half of his face. And I didn't even know if I was attracted to him. I kept like zooming in on his picture. Am I even attracted to this guy? Why am I going into his post and looking at every comment he made? And I would get like jealous seeing him post on other people's pages. And at the time I was married, I was, like I said, I just met this person and already there was all of these weird feelings going on in me. And I reached out to him and we started messaging each other back and forth. And I'd mentioned before in another video, within a week, I had filed for divorce. I was so in love with this person so quickly that I couldn't be in my marriage anymore. I was unhappily married, but he was that catalyst that let me know I needed to leave my husband, because if I could feel feelings this deep and this strong for someone else, I needed to be out of my marriage. And so from that time on, even when we lived together, I would stalk his Facebook page. I would stalk his Twitter page. I would read every single comment. I would see who he was following, who was following him. I was always walking around with a pit of anxiety in my stomach at all times, especially when I went on social media. If I saw him with his phone in his hand, if he was in another room, if he was on the computer, I always had this anxious pit in my stomach. It was that obsessive compulsive energy. And it ultimately led to the downfall of our relationship at that time. He was always walking around with a pit in his stomach because I was always projecting that obsessive energy on him. He left, and that's when I had my spiritual awakening after my dark night, what I had mentioned before. And I refused to go on to social media anymore. I refused to follow him. I refused to look at anything that would be a trigger for that obsessive, addictive energy that I no longer have with him. We are in union. We are balanced. And I refuse to give that up because it is beautiful how it is right now. I don't want to ever feel that pit in my stomach that I used to consistently feel daily, hourly, by the minute. He was always on my mind. And for those of you in this connection, you'll understand what that is, because it's like they do not leave your mind. You cannot think about anything without them being a part of it. So now I am so much more balanced, healthier. The addictive energy is gone, and I'm so grateful. I needed to find soul for that. Thank you for watching. I hope this has helped. This is Elizabeth with World's Cup of Joe. Ignore the doggies barking. Take care. Love you guys.